Guess what? I stepped on a shit. I don't know, maybe a dog poop. So now I'm gonna rinse my feet, otherwise it smells in the car. So I rinse my feet, sorry, dog shit. There we go. That's clean. Over here. Now it feels better. It was really soft a while ago and it's kind of mushy now. I don't want to hear that. So we are here in Nan Madol. It's a heritage site and we just saw eel, and you can see eel here. Show you. Oh, the eel is gone. So we had eel here a while ago. So he's feeding it with I think chicken meat, and it's pretty fascinating to see the eel. And then this is in Pohnpei. And a while ago we passed through the Nan Madol, which is recently declared as a heritage site, and it is a piles of basalt, and it's a lot of history. In a nutshell, it was first piled by old people way back in time, back in the 11th century. And it's made up of basalt rocks, and according to the information I've just read, so it has one of the heaviest basalt rocks here. It's about 50 tons times 2,000 pounds, so you do the math. So it's pretty amazing. Alright, so now my feet is clean, small one shit. Here in Micronesia, it's typical and it's acceptable to bury your loved ones behind your backyard, and I've seen this happening also in other nations as well, like the Marshall Islands. So here is this is a graveyard for the family, so it's where they bury their loved ones. Here's another ruin here, the Nan Madol in Pohnpei. This is declared earlier as a World Heritage Site. So it is believed that these piles of basalt here in Pohnpei is made up of basalt, and way back in the 11th century, and it's pretty amazing. It's interesting. So they assume that this could be a very old ages mortuary, and they believe it's constructed by sorcerer, but apparently they said it's a man-made construction. So the heaviest basalt, according to records, based on the information I've read, is about 50 tons. All right, that's massive, that's heavy. Multiplied by 2,000 pounds, and then you will see how many pounds would that be. This is in Pohnpei, so in the Federated States of Micronesia, the Nan Madol. We're here in one of the recently announced World Heritage Sites here in Pohnpei. This is the Nan Madol. I hope I pronounced it correctly, Nan Madol. And historically, according to information I've read, so this is made of a basalt rock, and it was constructed way back in the 11th century, extremely old. And they assumed that this was built by twin sorcerer, but it wasn't, and it's a man-made of course. And the information I got, so I would say the most massive and the heaviest could be as heavy as 50 tons, and that's quite unbelievable, but that's what the record says. Right, so this is in Pohnpei, in one of the largest, actually the largest state here in Micronesia. This is the World Heritage Site, the Nan Madol. Right, so if you go and visit Micronesia, you'll love it. It's pretty amazing country, lush vegetation, forest. So this Nan Madol Heritage Site is in the middle of the jungle, it's in the forest. Finally, so I thought that's it. Since we entered the heritage site, so we trekked and I saw piles of rocks, and that's the Nan Madol. And then along the way, and finally, guess what? Here is a very massive Nan Madol. Historically, so this was constructed way back as early as 11th century, and they said that it was built by two sorcerers, but it wasn't. It is a man-made structure. This is made up of basalt rocks, and based on records, the heaviest basalt rocks could be as heavy as 50 pounds. And this is in Micronesia, to be exact, in Pohnpei, the largest islands here in the Federated States of Micronesia. And this is amazing. And this Nan Madol was recently pronounced as a World Heritage Site. It's pretty amazing. So along the way, you will see lots of basalt rocks that are unbelievably carried by people way back in time, and they kind of look like, actually this is more massive than the Stonehenge in England. But this is really fascinating. So this is a Nan Madol, World Heritage Site in Pohnpei. And then along the way, you will see lots of mangroves and unusual roots of the mangrove trees that I've never seen before. So it's spiking from the water, from the bottom of the water to the surface. So I'm here in Micronesia. So this is my day 2, and it's been fascinating. So the weather is now it's cooperating. So there's no it's pretty warm and humid, but it's amazing. This morning it was a bit rain, and then so you will never expect what the weather could be, but it's amazing. So this is welcome from the state of Pohnpei here in Micronesia, the Nan Madol World Heritage Site. So we crossed the river. It's quite high tide, that's why there's water. So this is this section of the historic site is called Nan Madol. So it's the most massive, amazing piles of rocks. This section is called Nan Madol, and similar to the Nan Madol, these are made of basalt rock, and these are the largest. And according to the guide, this was used by early people back in the 11th century as a mortuary, as a prison as well as for worship. So these are massive. This is a pretty amazing. It's more daunting than the Stonehenge in England. So I just couldn't imagine how many people would be needed to pile these rocks, and coming from the other part of Pohnpei. This is called the Nan Madol. To get here, you have to cross the river. So this time is high tide. See the river behind that connects the ocean. So you have to cross that water. It's pretty impressive. Looking at the burial site here in Nan Madol. We're here finally. We made it. This is the most massive, the largest piles of basalt rocks here in Pohnpei. This one is called Nan Madol, and according to Fred, my tour guide, and the driver as well from the hotel, Nan Madol means inside the mouth. And it is believed that this piles of rocks was constructed way back in the 11th century, and built by sorcerers, and that is the belief. But this is a man-made structure, pretty amazing. And down, I'm sitting on a basalt rock that is extremely massive, and I believe is they consider it as a burial site of whoever back in the 11th century. And collected these skeletal remains down under. So to get here, you have to get from the main road, and it's wide track. On your way, you pass by these special areas, and you see a lot of mangroves, and usually roots are very unusual, and also the CEO. So there's a lot of things to see here. Also blocks. The first one is a Nan Madol, and then the final one is the most massive is a Nan Madol. So I'm here in Pohnpei, the largest state here in Micronesia. It's pretty amazing. So there's a lot of history in this World Heritage Site. This is the Nan Madol, the Nan Madol. It is pronounced as the World Heritage Site. Alright, right now, cheers. So Nan Madol, this is a World Heritage Site. It's massive, real rocks. So you can get it. It's okay. It's allowed. Let's see. Oh. So I'm in a burial site. So this it is believed that this is a place for worship, it's a mortuary, a ritual, and this was constructed way back in the 11th century. I believe this is more amazing, I would say, in every attraction or every historic site like this one, as well as the Stonehenge in England, which I've seen. For me, this is a more daunting, more massive. It's unbelievable that humans could create this. That's why we thought it was because of a sorcerer way back in the 11th century. So this was it's pronounced as a World Heritage Site here in Pohnpei. Right, Micronesia is the place to go. Cheers. Hi there, so this is my day 2 here in Pohnpei in the Federated States of Micronesia. So yeah, I'm chilling out today. It's just finished my full day. So I started at 9 o'clock in the morning and I went to 3 important attractions. The first one is the petroglyph, which was fascinating, and then one of the waterfalls here. It's amazing to see the cascading water and it's refreshing. And the last one today is quite a long trail to the Nan Madol and Nan Madol ruins, which is the heritage site. So it's pretty amazing to see all those rocks piled together one after the other, and it's unbelievable on how the people from the past, according to my research, so these rock pilings happened as early as the 11th century. It's pretty amazing, and I can say that Pohnpei has something to say with regards to attractions here. So today it was a very amazing day. It was a little bit gloomy right now, but this morning it was a little bit raining. It was warm, sunny, so you actually could not tell what the weather could be. Of course, so it's hot and humid, and here in Micronesia. Tomorrow I'm going to just to try to chillax here. I'm not gonna do much and then bum around the city. And then the day after tomorrow, I plan to go and do the six waterfalls hike. So I'm researching now. It's a quite strenuous endeavor to do the 6 waterfalls. And once again, so I'm wrapping up the day, and I'm just here in the lobby of hotel and chilling out, and I'm just maybe waiting for the sunset. It's pretty breezy. There's no rain at this time. It's a little bit overcast. So again, this is in Pohnpei, the largest state here in Micronesia. There are 4: Pohnpei, Chuuk, Krasrai, and Yop. I'm going to explore the 4 islands. I'm here until the 26th of June, and a total of 17 days. All right, so once again, traveling is not arriving to our new destination. It is looking at the world in a different perspective. All right, so bye for now. Okay, cheers, and keep that smile. Okay, hello from the Federated States of Micronesia. Cheers.